I don't know about you, but that looked like money.
Hey, happy Monday, everybody. I'm Jeremy, and today we're going to take a look at 1963 Topps football, the key rookies in the 1963 Topps football set, and what makes that set such a pain to collect, because it is. Anyway, let's dive into it. So, the 1963 Topps football set is a 170 card issue. Of those 170 cards, 76 of those are short printed. In other words, 45% of this set is considered a short print, and that's pretty crazy to think about. This set was organized by teams, and 5 of those teams are short printed: the Browns, Giants, Cowboys, Eagles, and Redskins. In this set, there are 5 Hall of Fame rookie cards: Bob Lilly, Deacon Jones, Ray Nitschke, Larry Wilson, and Willie Wood. The Bob Lilly rookie card has some special appeal. It's a short print, and Lilly was also the first draft pick by the Dallas Cowboys, which adds to that appeal. As much as I like this set, and I do, it just screams early 60s to me, it is pretty challenging to find nice copies of a lot of these cards. If you're familiar with 63 Topps baseball, you know that Topps added a colorful band that went edge to edge along the top or the bottom of the card. It was only about 20% of the height of the card, though, and because of that, there was still a white border that surrounded most of the card. But that colored band makes 63 Topps baseball very condition sensitive. Any chipping on those colored bands just stick out like a sore thumb. But, the rest of the card has a white border, making wear and tear in those areas kind of hard to see. But with 63 Topps football, you can see that they carried over that band design, but instead of having a white border, they decided to make a color border instead of white. I guess they thought it was a great idea. Looks kind of cool, but it leaves us with a card that has no white space. So any flaws on the front of it shine like a neon light. They just stick out. On top of that, centering is absolutely brutal on these. It really sucks in general. We spoke about short prints earlier. Jim Brown, Y.A. Tittle, and Don Meredith are also notable non-rookie short prints in this set. Of course, this wouldn't be a Lefty Groveland video without some population report data. And I'll probably mention how much more scarce this set is compared to baseball. It's what I do, and I guarantee I'll bring it up. Anyway, here we go. So as we can see here, PSA has graded a total of just over 32,000 63 Topps football cards. That's not a whole lot, and here it comes. Here comes the comparison, especially considering they've graded over 260,000 63 Topps baseball cards. That's a little bit more than 8 times the amount of football, which I was very surprised by that. And if you look at SGC, they've only graded a little over 3,700 of these cards, but they've graded 39,000 plus Topps baseball. So that's, 10x. More than 10x of 63 Topps baseball compared to football. And I know. Baseball is the king of vintage. It likely always will be. I'm not even going to debate that. I am right there with you. But 10x is awful. That's just an awful lot. It's crazy to me that it was that much. Anyway, as you can see by the pop report data, the rookie cards of the Hall of Famers have pretty low pops in general. The Ray Nitschke is the most graded copy by PSA at just under 1,300. And Larry Wilson's the least graded of the 5 with under 600 slabbed by PSA. SGC's numbers are a bit smaller, but again, with it, just like PSA, the Nitschke is the most graded with them too. At about, I think it's 277. And just like just like PSA, Larry Wilson is the least graded with only 72 graded Larry Wilson cards. Wow, that's not very many. I put a little tidbit on the right here that's going to tie into this, because the most popular rookie card in the set is Bob Lilly, and he has less than 1,000 copies graded by PSA. If you go to 63 Topps Baseball and look at the most prized rookie card in that set, which is the Pete Rose, the famous floating head card, that card has been graded more than 6,500 times. So 6.5x, or 6.5 times more than the Bob Lilly. You know, I look at this data, and I've done a lot of this. You know, vintage football gains just a little bit of interest by people. The supply and demand thing is really going to kick in. It doesn't take a whole lot of demand to diminish the supply of vintage football that's out there. Anyway, those are the highlights of 63 Topps football. In my opinion, it's a gorgeous set, one of the better ones of the 60s. Probably, thinking about it, probably top 3, top 4. But it is very challenging to put a nice one together. There aren't many high-end cards in it, really. And it does have second-year cards of Fran Tarkenton and Mike Ditka. Those are nice. But the higher graded copies of the rookie cards and the Jim Brown, the Unitas, and the Star are going to hit your wallet pretty hard, most likely. But in my experience, I had a lot of fun chasing down these rookies to add to my Hall of Fame rookie set. I've got them all, and let's take a look at mine. So here's a quick look at my 63 Topps rookie cards of Hall of Famers. On the left, we have the Dave Deacon Jones rookie. It's a 5.5, an SGC 5.5. It's a little bit off center left to right, but the color is amazing on this. Very little edge wear on it either. And then on the right is the Bob Lilly rookie. Looks a hell of a lot better than a 3.5, but there's a little surface crease right above his head in the middle. It's very small, maybe 1/4 inch long, but that's all it takes to knock the grades down. But yeah, these are two cards I love. Next up, we've got the Ray Nitschke and the Larry Wilson. So when I was searching for my 63s, I was focused on centering. Obviously, that's kind of what I do. But for these, I was more concerned with the edge wear. I wanted clean borders, clean corners, and if it was off center a little bit, that was okay. And that's kind of what I do sometimes, depending on the card. So the Ray Nitschke is a 5. It's a very beautiful looking 5. And then we have the Larry Wilson. This one you can see is a little bit off center. But the color on both of these is just, it's magnificent. Again, no real edge wear to speak of. Backs are clean. And then the last one, the 5th card, is the Willie Wood. These Packers cards are pretty cool because the color scheme is kind of a color match for all you people who are into that sort of thing. But this Willie Wood's a beautiful 7.5. It's got a little bit of something right there, but other than that, I love it. Didn't really show you the backs of these very much. Backs are nice and clean. I love the 63 design a lot. As much of a pain as the edges are, because it's a colored card, finding nice copies is a pretty satisfying thing, in my opinion. So yeah, those are my 63 Topps Hall of Fame rookie cards. Thanks for watching, and we'll be back soon. Take care.